Hello, buettes and boos, saints and sinners. It's Mama Tanya here, and welcome to Mama Tanya's in the Kitchen. So I'm here another week. I'm doing this. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my goodness. Wow, what is that about? um, I am here on a Thursday. I said I was gonna be here at 8. I got my little pen, I got my little planner so I could take notes. We got a special guest tonight, waiting to see if my special guest shows up. Cause listen, folks be working, they got cheering them, it's all types of things happening. I wanted to come tonight, chat with y'all. I do not know. I am trying to figure out if um my my Facebook, if it's streaming to my Facebook. I don't think that it is. Um I tried last week, did the whole thing. It said it was connected, but I did not see a replay on my Facebook while I was live. I did not see it live. So I could not tell you. I don't know. I'm ready to give up on that altogether, quite honestly. Like it's not like I really get any views over there. And at this point, I've told y'all on Facebook, if you want to stay connected with me, then you need to be on Instagram. And so and if you're on Instagram right now, I'm telling you that these streams are probably going to be exclusively just to YouTube at this point. It doesn't really make any sense for me to stay on the Meta platform. uh, you are penalized through suppression if you do not, I don't know, decide to get a master's in understanding their algorithm. And I'm not interested in that. I have organically curated the 18,000 people that I have on the platform. I assume because it is organically curated through showing up at different events, and people seeing me and asking for my Instagram handle, the work that I'm doing, people seeing me on different panels, traveling to universities, organizations, corporations, and people following me from there, that people know what I'm about and they want to engage with me. So I'm not about to do extra work on behalf of Empire so that they can make so that they can get funding from ad revenue. I mean, I know YouTube is doing it, but to me, it feels like at least YouTube is manageable and much more equitable and concedes more to the organic. Ooh, what is that? Concedes more. That was an old chicken feather. Cause I'm in here. Um, I'm in here in the what is now our podcasting booth and streaming booth. And before we got it together, before I was able to pussy pop in a handstand and get all of the equipment that we needed, the mixer, the Zoom, the mics. These are high quality mics, y'all. Do y'all hear these mics? Do you hear these mics? You know, Penelope plays pinochle. Paul plays the piano. These are quality mics. Um, and so before I was able to get all of that together, I had chickens in here. We had gotten the chickens last year around like March or April, and it was cold and it was dark by the time we got back to the city because I had to go upstate. And I was like, let's just put them in the podcasting booth and we come and get them tomorrow. Baby, when I came back 12 hours later and there was chicken feathers and chicken shit everywhere. Oh my God. I was like, I should eat you bitches. Like, forget taking care of y'all so that y'all can lay eggs. I should just eat you bitches. And so here we are, almost a full year later, and there's still chicken feathers in here. I clearly have cleaned it since then, of course. But the chicken feathers are persistent. In any event, yeah, I am going to try to find out where my special guest is. Uh, how's everybody doing tonight? It's not like it's not like we I have many folks here, but I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna trust the universe. I don't know how many of you saw in my feed today that I talked about how a crow came to visit me. Yes, a crow came to visit me. I'm saying that with my whole chest. The crow came to visit me. So yesterday I was in a bag. I was in an emotional bag. I was in a loop. Aw, quirky. She says, seeing you slay Bobby Flay. Yes. Ew. And I'm on another episode next week, and I'll give y'all all the details to that later. But let me not get sidetracked because it's so easy for me. In any event, um, what the hell was I just saying? You see how fast that happened? Um, I was in my bag. I was in an emotional loop where I was telling myself all of these things that were not true. And um what I really needed, what that was about was needing tenderness. It was about needing affirmation and reassurance. It was about fear. It was about me being fearful of what's next, right? I'm in a point in my life where, it's I am transitioning um and uh what is this? Oh, uh is at a point in my life where I am transitioning and um and I um I'm not sure if I know, like, with the world feeling like it's about to burn down, y'all. I don't know why I'm laughing. I think that's the nerves. Cuz I'm really terrified. I'm terrified that we are barreling towards something that is going to take us 10 years to undo or 20 years to undo. I mean, we are a very new country. A lot of us think that 250 years is a long time. Historically, as a historical girl, as a history girl, as someone who prefers nonfiction and history and documentaries over nonfiction, fantasy, and fictional movies, um, 250 years is not a lot. It's an eye blink. Look, 250 years. Another 250 years, 500 years, 750 years. I just blinked 3 times. That's 250 years. We are very, very young. So um, historically, when we um when we talk about the progression of countries from a historical standpoint, as a hegemony, it's time for us to collapse. We may be barreling towards unrepentant, unapologetic, um, authoritarian, authoritarian, authoritarianism and fascism. And that could be 10, 20 years of undoing in the making. And so I am so afraid, like all of these things that I have worked on, that I've poured my blood, sweat, and tears into, this fallacy that I know is not true, but for whatever reason, I still felt it in my body that if I do the right things, if I get my shit together, then my life will be good. And I am seeing the labor of my work. I am seeing the progression of that work at 45 years old. And now I'm terrified because, quite honestly, in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, it may not mean anything. And then you throw climate chaos on top of that. Shit is very tricky. Tricky. It's getting tricky. It's very tricky. And so I was just needing some reassurance. I needed some tenderness. I needed some hugs. I needed some I love yous. You know what I'm saying? And a crow shows up outside my window today. I don't ever see crows where I live. Never, not once. I don't hear crows. If I had to choose my favorite bird, it would be a crow. Across many, many cultures, crows are not just about death. It's not just about mystery. You know, folks hate anything that's black. You know what I'm saying? Folks hate anything that's black. So all kinds of shit get ascribed to anything that's black. Crows are protectors. Crows are messengers. They are the birds of divinity. Crows come to let you know that your ancestors have something for you. Crows are letting you know that something might be dying, something might be falling away, but also something is transforming and transmuting. So I was like, oh shit, this crow came to see me. It was like 50 feet away from me. I couldn't believe it. And they so big, yo. Like crows are so big. You know, I love a big bitch. I'm a big bitch. I love a big bitch, honey. Where is my girl? I sent you the link. Boo, come on now. And so for me, I felt like, okay, my nigga could have gave me some assurance. My homegirl could have gave me some assurance. But the universe decided to give me some assurance. My ancestors sent a crow. It flew up in the trees and it was still or whatever sound the crows make, it was doing it. That very gravelly, strong, um, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Okay, my special guest is here. Can I chat with her? Um, Dee, I'm coming. Give me a second, boo. Give me a second, boo. I'll be right there. And so I got assurance from the universe. And so that helped to fortify me. It put some pep in my step. You know what I'm saying? Like your girl felt fortified, amplified. I felt safe. I felt some sense of safety. And so I'm trying to keep that with me as I move forward. So I want to introduce our special guest. I asked her to send me her bio, and that shit was hella long. It was hella long. It was hella long. So I'm just going to introduce her. We are talking about funding the self-immolation of Black women and femmes and gender expansive peoples. And we're gonna talk about a few things. This is my good friend. This is the Didi Delgado, honey. The Didi Delgado. Come the fuck on. Didi is Didi, baby. And so we're gonna talk about all the things. When Didi and I get together, we just cannot shut the fuck up. We got all the jokes, we got all the shade, we got all the tea. Some of it we're not gonna spill with you, of course. um, and it's always a good time. So let me introduce the Didi Delgado to you all. Bring her on. And I'm gonna let her introduce herself. It worked because y'all know this is my first time doing this shit. So I wasn't sure. I might have done all of that and pressed the button and the motherfucker didn't work. But here is the DD Delgado D squared, bitches. What's up, DD?
Boo, what the fuck is going on? And nah, Rosa Parks, she was on that type of time that I'm on. Cause why do I have a 2-year-old that won't go to sleep?
Girl, because she said nah.
It's ghetto.
Listen,
Nah,
this is Black History Month.
it's
Your
Black
toddler
History Month.
said, let me follow the ancestors. Your
Yo,
toddler said,
Tanya,
we
when
shall
I tell you
overcome.
you have a play,
Yeah, I finally got the date for a different one.
what is it? Hurry up.
It's February 25th.
Okay. All right. She said,
Yo, these kids are something else, honey.
yo, they don't know who they are until they know who we are. That's the
Mm-hmm.
crazy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tanya, what the fuck is going on with you?
Girl, tell the people them who you is.
Oh, I'm just a regular bitch. Like, yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, I'm looking at this let's go to sleep, and I'm like, yo, I'm a parent just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I want Black women to feel empowered. And
Mm-hmm.
if that means that I'm gonna fundraise, if that means I'm gonna empower them by like speaking like the shit they're not sure if they should say. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about shit. I'm talking about comments, posts that they're like, oh, should I say that? I'm like, yeah, you should. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm on that type of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just a regular human being that's here. If y'all want to expose it, yeah, if y'all want to uplift it, that's on that. But where I'm at is I've done it all. I've done it all, and I want to
What's
do
some
so
of the
much more.
all? And you are killing me with this music in the background, bitch. I'm about to fall
I
asleep.
don't know how to
It's
turn
already
it off.
8:36 at night. I'm in here
Yo,
with
it's
this
8 that
motherfucking soft
and
lamp on.
no,
Nobody's
he's
in the
asleep.
office, and then you playing Rockabye Baby.
No, cause this nigga gotta go to sleep. He gotta go night night. Like I'm not doing it. You understand what I'm saying? I cannot do it if my
but you
son don't
you
go to
are
sleep.
currently doing it. It's happening. It's been
Ki-
done. It's over.
Currently, am I doing it?
It's too late for I didn't do it. You did do it. You did it.
He's
You
like, what's
definitely
going
did it.
on? She already did it.
You
She
both
can't.
did it. Y'all probably did it a couple times, nasty. Okay? It's too late for I'm not doing it. No, you are doing it because it's been done.
You right. You right. Yo, can
But
I get
tell
that
the
sweat?
people
Can I get
them,
that shirt?
huh?
Can I get
Girl,
that?
I think I took this from one of my
No,
kids, if
I
I'm
don't
being
care
honest
who you
with you.
took it from. I'm saying,
You could
can I reclaim it? Can
you
you
are
send
not
it to me?
you are not sticking your tickle bitties up in my shirt,
I
girl.
am. I gotta do it because nah is where I'm. Yo, I'm a 38 fucking G, and I gotta do it.
Girl, tell these people, tell the people, um, what you got going on. Tell the folks just some of the stuff that
I
you've been
really
doing because
don't.
you, like you
I
said, you have done it all. And so, you know,
That's so beautiful, Tanya. You're like you've done it all, and I'm like, have I?
well, I
Where
mean, you've
I'm
done
at
lots
is
of stuff that other people have not done. Okay, let's put it like that.
okay. Where I'm
And
at is
so, yeah, and so,
I want where I'm at to be where I want.
mm-hmm,
And I don't want to go further. Like people be like, "Oh, you could do so much more."
mm-hmm,
Girl, have I done enough? Maybe.
mm-hmm,
Where I'm at is I believe in Black women. I
mm-hmm,
believe that we are our own owners of where we should be at,
mm-hmm,
where we're not at, and that's collective. And so when there's an absence of that, I feel like I've been able to post about it and people be like, hmm, hmm,
Mhm.
hmm. Thank you for informing us that this need wasn't fulfilled. But where I'm at lately, because girl, I be posting about the same black women, the same type of black women.
Mhm.
It's not the same type. And it's like I feel black women have to demonize themselves. We have to we have to bleed out in front of motherfuckers in order for people to understand who we are.
I call it
And
self-immolation. We got to set ourselves on fire.
you said we gotta set ourselves on
Yeah,
fire.
I call it self-immolation.
Yo, can I tell you
And we
something?
both, the reason I wanted you to tell the people the stuff that you do, because you and I have both been in this, in the
Talk about it.
nonprofit industrial complex.
Girl, I don't give a fuck about it. Every time I think, oh, I'm in the sweet spot of nonprofit world. I'm in the
Mhm.
4 years demographic. Every time I think, oh, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna like nonprofit speak talks to me and be like, oh, you can't do that. You can't talk about that. And I'm like, yo, the crazy thing is when I was a for profit, when I was on the type of time where I'm like, I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about,
Mhm.
nobody had an issue. So when
Mhm.
we're talking about nonprofits and we're talking about who's had the time, who's had
Mhm.
the profitability to
Mhm.
be in this space, you have so many conglomerates who are there and they're not there because they've never been the person who had to suffer from. I don't like that shit. I don't know what you invited me here for, but I never have liked that shit. I
Mhm.
never have. I never have liked the March of Dimes not being a recipient of somebody who needs to be in a position to be marched with these dimes. Like
Mhm.
that's how I feel. And it's like I feel on the same token as something I somebody was like, "Oh, what happened with your?" Somebody said to me, "What happened with your rent from moms,
Mhm.
your
Mhm.
school from moms?" I'm like, "And do you think a school only costs $100,000? Do
Right.
you think?" So what happens is I pay the people that encourage the school, and if y'all don't send no more money, if I'm not able to pay the people, what's supposed to happen?
Right.
And girl Tanya, I'm talking about nonprofit, the sustainability when we talk about cash in hand donations, just, oh, I'm gonna fund you
Mhm.
regardless of what it means to me as a political being.
Mhm.
James Vanderbeek literally was like, yo, I'm MAGA every day. I make America great every day.
So
And
wait,
guess
hold
what?
up, pause, record
I'm
scratch.
wrong?
I don't know that James Vanderbeek was MAGA. Was James Vanderbeek MAGA? Here's the
Girl,
thing for
he
me.
he
Here's the things for me.
literally
Here's the things for me.
fought
Cause
Joe Biden. He was like, yo, not for nothing. This was type of time I'm on.
but
My
here's the
thing
thing
was
for me. I
let's say
don't.
no. Let's say women. Let's be like, oh, women are whatever they say we are as women. We're incapable of understanding the political prowess of our
Mhm.
spouses or our partners, whatever, right?
Mhm.
Let's say that. But she's not that. She's an anti-vaxxer, his wife. She's an
You talking about his
anti-vaxxer.
wife? Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's an anti-vaxxer. She's on the type of time where, oh, no. I'm like, okay, so why are we raising funds for you and your children?
Well,
Why?
here's for
Can,
me, here's the bigger picture though, right? And it
tell me.
connects to this theme, right?
Tell me what the connection is.
So the connection for me is that when we think about, many of us say believe black women. And there comes a lot with this idea of believe
Nobody
black
believes
women,
black women. I'm
trust black
sorry. You
women.
mad?
I
You
know.
mad?
Hear me.
I'm telling you.
Let me finish, Dee.
Okay.
Right? Trust black women. All of these things, right? Many of us are benefiting from the materially benefiting, politically benefiting, socially benefiting from the labor, the prowess, the compassion of black women, right? And when it comes time, like you said, when it comes time to build the school, when it comes time to pay the rent, when it comes time to sustain the the brick and mortar um creations, when it comes time to support the creativity, the creative projects of black women, we, and I mean all of us, including other black women,
Okay,
do not
collectively
seem
we.
to have each other's backs unless we are
Nah,
engaging in,
black women have to light themselves on fire. We
right,
have to light ourselves on fire. You talk about self
self-immolation.
immolation. No, you said that. And
Yeah,
bitch,
we
I
got
had
to
to
light
Google it.
ourselves on
No,
fire.
I had to Google it. I was like, what the fuck is self immolation? And it was like a
we have
political
to
decision.
perform we have to perform trauma. We have to bell hooks um in her talk with Melissa Harris Perry at the New School many years ago. I was at that talk, and that's how many people who are following me now became familiar
Okay.
with. Um, she talks about this idea that in the depictions of black women's bodies, the only depictions that are ever celebrated are the depictions of us basically being ripped apart. And I've thought long and hard about that as it relates to funding, as it relates to material support, how that also shows up.
Got it.
That the only time that we are actually funding, right, and supporting black women while simultaneously asking us, them, to be the leaders is not in vision, but only in crisis. And what does that mean for us, right? Like, what does that mean for us when we are thinking, when many of us have this rhetoric around sustaining ourselves, this rhetoric about going beyond surviving, right? And rooting ourselves, mooring ourselves in thriving, right? When many of us are like, we are not just the sum of our pain, that we want to be seen as more than just containers for pain and trauma, when we are so full of happiness, and when so much of the American lexicon and culture is coming out of the innovation and creativity of black women, femmes, and gender expansive people.
I just
Like,
want to say
mhm,
that everything you're saying is valid
mhm,
because here I am. People should expose it. People are holding on to fairy tales of what Black Life Matters really means, right?
what do you mean when you
Um,
say that? They're holding
when
on to
I say
fairy
Black
tale.
Life Matters really means, look at Keith Porter.
Mhm.
Y'all be like, oh, and Keith Porter. When we talk about what's the white girl name? I don't even know her name.
Renee
But
Good.
what's the what? That's her
Renee
name,
Good.
Renee Good. When
Yes.
we talk about Renee Good, when we talk about the Alex, what's his last
Preddy.
name?
Alex Preddy.
When we normalize names like that, but we don't give a fuck about any name that begat begat. I'm talking about some religious shit. Now I'm really on that type of time. When we don't talk about names that came before that. When we don't talk about your name, when we don't talk about my name, we're not talking about the type of time that we live in. So niggas detach themselves. I feel people detach themselves from who we are in in a human sense. And I feel like when we have someone like Alex, or when we have someone like Renee, people are allowed to be like, oh, that was me showing up at the Black Lives Matter protest. That was me showing up at. You okay? That was me showing up at the immigration protest, right?
Hmm.
But what ends up happening is that y'all lose yourselves. Y'all y'all are somebody else when it's death despair. And
I
it's
don't know.
like
What do you
I'm
mean when you
saying
say
I'm
that?
no let me hold on. Let me parent real quick. I'm saying y'all like y'all lose yourselves when it's death and despair. No, you don't got it. You don't have to. Here go my daughter talking about she got it. No, you don't got it. I'm telling you, I got it. That's my baby. I'm saying that's my baby. So all I'm saying is, oh, okay.
I'll read him a bedtime story.
No, you don't have to read him a bedtime story. I'll do it. Okay. All I'm saying is that y'all don't gotta be outside in the ways y'all think y'all gotta be outside. Y'all are
So who's
like
the y'all that don't have to be outside? I'm
y'all like
confused.
it's not you, it's not me. It's not.
Hey,
It's,
hey,
say
hey
hi.
there.
It's not
He's
you. It's not me. It's not none of us. It's you all, the people that show up to these excavations, the people are
mhm.
like, oh, I'm sharing my part. What
Mhm.
what are you doing? You're if you're not sharing your part, you're showing up in a way that makes sense for only a portion. Hold on, where's the phone? Call my phone.
Huh?
Call my phone.
I am just trying to determine who is
Oh
the
no, you're
y'all
over
and who
here.
is the
Okay.
they.
Oh, hold on, cause oh, okay. I'm saying in general. You don't have to call my phone no more. Where I'm saying in general is y'all are on the same. Y'all like I'm doing the best I can, and is the best you can the best you ever
I mean,
can?
I think that we're all being pulled in some very unique ways in this system. And for me, I am very I am very interested. I'm only interested, quite honestly, in the ways that black people, particularly black women and gender expansive people, think about how we enact self determination, right? Kuji Chagalia. Let me get a little hood tap, right? And what does that look like for us, right? You had mentioned James Vanderbeek earlier. And I am thinking about
What
how
where I feel about James
I am
Vanderbeek?
thinking about how this man, who may or may not have been MAGA, or who may or may not have, and there are some relevant comments we can make about fundraising and MAGA, right? Right? Because hate is very profitable. Um, and when folks from MAGA start to engage in hate and have a repercussion, how swiftly those who follow MAGA, whether they call themselves MAGA or not, will put their dollars, where to put their money where their mouths are in supporting those folks. And I'm thinking about that juxtaposed to black women and gender expansive people who are literally out here, boots on the ground, front lines in our communities where we can be seen, where we can be touched. James Vanderbeek was um, a actor who had some real success, went on to get married, had 6 children. That's a lot of children, I know, because I got the same amount of them. So I know how many, I know just what a heavy lift that is. And when faced with a crisis or impending crisis, within 24 hours, they had $1.5 million. $1.5 million.
Girl,
And
it
I
was
am
less than no, it
gobsmacked.
was less than 19 hours. And I think of Paula Cole, and I think of how the jokes about where have all the cowboys gone when we talk about real political shit. Like Paula Cole wasn't on the type of time I'm on. And I I'm on that type of time. So the she had two babies. One was 4, one was 3. I'm telling you, like when black women have one that was 4 and one was 3, what happens is we we as a population are like, it's unfortunate why she did that.
Why would you have
Why
babies you
why
couldn't
would you
take?
do
Why
that?
would you have
Y'all
babies
y'all
that you could
y'all
not
shouldn't
afford?
produce.
That's the favorite
One was
line.
6, one was 3. Y'all shouldn't produce.
And and and
And
it it doesn't matter if a black woman has 6 babies and her husband died.
no,
They would
no,
have been like, "Oh, why
this
didn't you
white
have a
bitch,
401k? Why
no,
you
this
didn't have
white bitch,
life insurance? Why didn't
she
you have a
really was
savings account?"
outside, and
They would be
she
like,
was like,
why weren't you a tarot card reader or a psychic and able
why
to
did you
envision
know?
that your husband was going to die and not have more
And
kids
and
that
and
you
that's what I'm
wouldn't be
saying.
able to afford?
That's what. Okay, okay. I got it, Egypt. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you, and you're trying to tell me at the same time. Is it's not the same type of thing. What happens is people be like, oh, you should, as a black woman, as a black mother, you should do X, Y, and Z. You should, and I'm like, what should we do? Because this white bitch didn't do what the shit we should have done.
Right, right.
And niggas die of fucking cancer every day. My mother died of end-stage liver disease and left 3 children behind. My my man's mother died of cancer, and she didn't know she was dying of end-stage liver disease. And it's like it's like it accelerates. So if you in 2003, as a rich white man with 15 acres, with whatever, knew you was dying, why you didn't? And it's like eugenics all over again. Why y'all don't come for your children the way y'all expect black women and black non-men to come for their children? I don't like that shit. I have never liked that shit. I think that shit is explosive. I think it's competitive. I think it's I think it's degenerative.
Hmm.
That's the word. Degenerative. To come for black children in the way that you do for white children and be like, "Oh, she deserves to be supported." So, when we're talking about support, who deserves to be supported? Because this woman, in less than 24 hours, less than 24 hours, less than, I will
Became a
never
technical
stop saying it,
millionaire.
less
Became a
than,
technical millionaire.
she's a millionaire. And we're not gonna play pretend with people. We're not gonna like sit here and be like, oh, and black women deserve. No, what do black women deserve?
But
Because the
also, what
white
do black
woman deserves
children
it
deserve, right?
because she did
What do black
it.
children deserve, right? Ultimately,
No, what?
right?
No, the black women have black children. So what? Like,
Right.
I'm telling you, no, we're not doing that. And it's like when we do that to each other, we're we're saying something. We're saying something that we don't even know. We're pretending we say. We're saying something that, okay, I'll get to it eventually. One day, exponentially, I'll get to it. Y'all can never get to me exponentially.
Mm.
Y'all could never get to me exponentially. Because I'm going to always make you feel. I don't know why black non-men have to feel to the point of where they've gotta beg you. I don't know to the point of black non-men gotta feel to the point where they've gotta be like, oh, my programming is XYZ. I don't know to the point, but this bitch don't have to prove no points.
Mhm.
She don't gotta prove no points. She's just outside with her 6 children. And it's like, what do black women and black non men have to prove?
Mhm. Our humanity, I think. But that is like a losing game, right? Because I think the underlying messaging for so many of us is that we don't have any humanity unless we are sacrificing, and many times quite literally, our bodies on the behalf of others. And
If
so
niggas, you're right. You're right. Because if
if
niggas
we
was
don't
to
see the
die,
full humanity, if we don't see the full humanity of black women, then we don't value their creativity. If
you're
we don't
right.
see the full humanity of black women and gender non-conforming and gender expansive people, well then we don't appropriately weight the contributions that they make to society. We don't acknowledge, understand, pay homage to the ways in which those contributions have enriched our lives, right? And so we are expecting black women to constantly be bucket fillers, but their buckets are not being poured into. And so I, as someone who is in this space, who has crafted her career and her job, right, her profession around the nonprofit industrial complex, I am always holding this intention, right, in terms of, like, I hear you when you say, like, I'm not doing that, right, like, I am trying to figure out what is appropriate when we come to community and say we need help, right? Because that's what community does, right? We've got to walk our talk. We're going to talk about community, mutual aid, so on and so forth. And so you find yourself in this very sort of tenuous position where you are like, I am coming to community because I need my bucket filled. I have filled buckets, right? And feeling like in order to get that bucket filled, you have to come with the most fantabulous, dramatic, crisis stricken uh narrative in order to get eyes on you, in order to get belief and funding, and it becomes difficult then to sustain that, right? And then the flip side of that, though, is that if you are always seemingly in crisis, if it feels like your help um if your request for help is too frequent, well then folks are going to talk about that too, right? Then there's going to be all of these questions about why you did this and why you did that and why you didn't do this and why you didn't do that. And so I am curious as to what are your ideas on the way forward, right? Because many of us are not going to give up per se. Like I'm not like I'm giving up on black people. I'm giving up on black folks. I'm giving up on the channels that I've created to support us, right? And I am going to die on the hill that I am not interested in that I am not interested in performing trauma in order to be visible, and uh, to gather support from my immediate and my larger community. So, like, what does the way forward look like? I cannot hear you, girl. I think you on mute.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Where I'm at is this. You asked an excellent question. What is the way forward? what is the way forward for when we ask for help? Where I'm at is this. Where you're at is this. Where you're meeting me at is this. Is black folks have so much to offer in this moment, in this time. And we don't have philosophy, space, or time to okay, we don't have philosophy, space, or time to collectively come together and be like, okay, this is the way forward. This is the way we move. This is the movement we offer, right? Because we want that as black folks, as non-black folks. Non-black folks be like, oh, just tell us what to do. We'll do it. And what happens is the way we show up is imperfect, and it's often not the way whiteness shows up. Where I'm saying is my
I think for
son.
me,
No, what I'm
I
saying
think
is my son is only 2 years old, and somebody is like, oh, he should do speech therapy, he should do X, Y, and Z, he should do, and I'm like, okay, and even if he does all that, is he still gonna be accepted enough? Accepted enough. HIJK. Is he gonna still be accepted enough to be a human being? Like what you're asking is, how do black women, and I'm gonna walk away from this conversation, how do black women move through this world without self-immolation?
mhm.
We can't. We have to light ourselves on fire
See,
every
I don't
single
believe that.
time.
I don't believe
No,
that. I
you say
think
you don't believe that.
mm-mm,
I'm
no.
saying me and you will disagree. We have to, in order for white folks, for non-black folks, and for black folks who've been through the struggle, I'm saying we would have to light ourselves on fire in order. Fannie Lou Hamer. I'm saying Nikki Giovanni. I'm saying Toni Morrison. I'm saying bitches who never even lit themselves on fire will have to light themselves on fire in order to be, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that, but it is that because y'all will never accept black women sacrificing themselves as just educational tools, as just informational tools. Y'all will never. That's how I feel. And I'm saying it as I've seen a Gwendolyn Brooks. I've seen a Alice Walker. I've seen y'all can't even pretend with Lupita. Y'all can't even, I'm saying she will be outside and we could be like, oh, she's y'all can't be with Hallie. And I'm saying, okay, so where are we at with ourselves and our blackness? We can't be with our upholding blackness. We can't be with our upholding greatness if it means that I have to light myself on fire for you to understand what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah,
And I'm saying that to you as a person I love. Tanya, I love you so much. I have been with
thank
you
you.
through so much. And I'm saying I can't be me without you, without either one of ourselves lighting ourselves on fire, even if we hee and chat, and I gotta light myself on fire for you or for anyone you ask to support me, to understand me. And that's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to shift for a little bit, make a PSA, show a graphic. I'm going to thank you for joining me tonight for the last 35 minutes. I know it's not easy having a
It's been
podcast
35
face to
minutes. It don't feel like it.
Yeah, I was on here 20 minutes before you got
Girl, I'm
here, and then we
sweating out
chopped it
here.
up for. I know that baby is demanding your attention
He's
right now.
like, what are we talking about?
That baby is so little, probably still got the vernix on it. You know what I mean? That's a
Not the
baby
burn.
baby. Yes. But Dee Dee, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I scribbled down some stuff in my little book that I'm gonna keep talking about in terms of that. Yeah, on the last point, I definitely think that we're gonna agree to disagree. I'm gonna get into it after the break, but I want to thank you. I want to thank the baby for joining us tonight and to have an amazing wonderful evening, and we're gonna talk soon, boo. I love you.
I
Bye.
love you.
Bye. I
Bye,
love you too,
Tanya. Say
honey.
bye bye. Say bye
Say
bye.
bye bye. Oh, bye with your cute self. Talk to you later, girl.
Bye bye.
Hey, y'all. So, speaking of support, because I'm gonna get into it a little bit more about what Dee Dee was saying about how, in order for us to be able to continue and move forward, we're gonna have to light ourselves on fire. I do not agree with that at all. Uh, I am an optimistic cynic. I move through the world a little cynically, but in my heart, I do believe, right? In my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. And that's optimism. That's optimism. And I am very much rooted, right? My perspective is very much in self determination. Dee Dee did say something that I think was really important, right? Which was this idea, right? That this time for us right now is critical. This is a critical time. We are in a pivotal time. We are seeing the foundation of this country with no scales on our eyes, no rose colored lenses. We are, for those of us who did not already know, we are now learning. White folks, some of them, a significant number of them, are now learning. Non Black immigrants and shit, even some Black immigrants are now learning what Black Americans have been saying from the very inception of this country, from our emancipation, from the reneging of Reconstruction. People are now seeing it. They are now understanding. Like, it's really real out here. Like, they are understanding that fascism has always been here, that it was only eating a certain number of us for nutrition. But now it's eating everybody. And so, in particular, for Black women, for Black gender expansive folks, and when I say Black women, let me be clear. Let me get y'all together with my politic over here. When I say Black women, I mean all Black women, disabled Black women, trans Black women. We don't equivocate that over here. There will be no transphobia in the dancery when it comes to Mama Tanya's kitchen, honey. Young Black women, old Black women, birthing Black women who are beyond their birthing ages, Black women who are infertile, mentally ill Black women, all Black women. For us, what we are seeing right now, for us, what we are understanding right now is that we can actually not afford to self immolate for each other or for other people. To me, mutual aid is the way forward. And I don't mean mutual aid just like I'm gonna get on the main line. I'm gonna get on the social medias. I'm gonna get on the apps and I'm gonna say I need my phone bill paid. And then y'all pay my phone bill. I say thank you and go on about my business. That is a very limited and reductive perspective of mutual aid. I'm engaging in some mutual aid. Speaking of which, let's take a break. Let me show you some things. I'm engaging in some. I'm engaging in some mutual aid. Yes, this upcoming Saturday. This is my version of a commercial in the podcast. This upcoming Saturday at the Alice Fields Community Center for Black women, girls, and marginalized genders, the Black Feminist Project is having a rent party. We're having a rent party. I don't know if y'all know what a rent party is. A rent party, it's part of Black history, and this is Black History Month. A rent party is where folks get together, listen to live music, dance, cut up, eat some food, play some games. They basically have a house party that centers around music, a little drink, some simple eats. People throw money in a pot, and it keeps somebody off the street. This originated in the 20s and the 30s during the intentional divestment from our communities, the rise of heroin or heroin. I'm from the hood though, so we always call it heroin, and I'm always going to call it that. You know what I mean? The rise of heroin and the crack epidemic. We saw a resurgence of rent parties in the 70s and the 80s. And now people have started to gentrify rent parties. During my research of rent parties, I saw all these non-black folks having rent parties, which were actually just events that they would have on a monthly basis. But we gonna bring back a good old-fashioned rent party to keep the doors of the Alice Fields Community Center open. A curious thing happened during COVID. There was this rush to fund all of these Black-led organizations. We were all screaming Black Lives Matter. We were all screaming believe Black women. We were all screaming trust Black women. And folks were throwing money at anything that was Black-led. Now, I knew that was going to be short-lived, but it was hella short-lived. And then after it was hella short-lived, then white folks decided that they wanted to usher in fascism as a legitimate political and governmental body. And all hell broke loose in 2025. And organizations like mine, Black-led organizations that had a time during COVID, were now on the flip side suffering in ways that they had not seen even before COVID, pre-COVID. We watched $125,000 just disappear from our budget like that overnight. And so the budget for our rent literally disappeared. So instead of just shaking a cup, because we doing that, we also gonna shake some ass, y'all. We gonna fry some chicken. We gonna have a little potato salad. Maya Margarita, who has DJ'd for Beyonce, is going to be our audiophile for the night, giving us beats and tunes to swoon. Gia Love, the Gia Love, performance artist, ballroom scene host and extraordinaire, will be our esteemed host for the evening. Joe and I will be breaking it down. We got a little set for you. We're going to be singing the tunes acoustically, bringing it back. I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that day. Even your emotions have an echo with so much space, space, space. But when you're out there without a care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. It's because I knew too much, much, much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Yes. At the rent party, I'm going to wine and dine you. I'm going to dig in your pockets so that Black women and girls and marginalized genders do not have to self immolate in order to receive support. That is the way forward. That's the way forward. It is for us to redefine what success looks like. It is for us to engage in Sankofa, go back and look at what our ancestors have already laid out for us. A feast has been prepared for us. We just got really distracted by the snacks and mortals on the table of white supremacy and capitalism. That's what happened. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Maybe temporarily. We might have had some temporary insanity. But crisis has a way of clarifying things. And so for us, the way forward is going back to each other. The way forward is to look back. We call that Sankofa. The way forward is to look back. Sankofa. And remember the things that we have already done to sustain one another. Black people would not have lasted 250 years of the Union, 400 and some odd years under the institution of slavery and antebellum slave trade and Jim Crow segregation if we had not devised ways to sustain one another. We got distracted. We got distracted. So, the rent party is going to happen on Saturday. We're going to come together with a little mutual aid. I'm asking for the community to love on us the way we've been loving on it. I'm asking for the larger community to love on my community. And by proxy, love on me. Because y'all may not be community members, but many of you may consider me a part of your extended community, your digital community. Many of you have extracted some wisdom, some joy, some introspection, some analysis from me. Many of you have said that you believe very much in my vision. You have encouraged me to keep going. But as Dee Dee said, these things do not run without funding. And all things told, I don't really be coming to people too much asking for individual donations. Well, that is going to change in 2026. I am not doing myself, my community, my vision, any service by playing small and humble and acting as if asking for material support is somehow tantamount to me begging. It is not. I'm a bucket filler. I need my bucket filled. I need some other things filled too. You know what I mean? So, to that end, come on out, join me and my team, join our esteemed host, Gia Love, dance to the tunes of Maya Margarita. Clap it up for me and Joe in our acoustic set. We playing Pity Pat. We playing Spades. We playing Uno. We breaking out the board games, except Monopoly. We ain't playing that shit. Do y'all know that Monopoly actually started out? It was, first of all, you see how insidious capitalism is? It was created by a working class woman, a white woman, and it was created as satire. It was a commentary on the extraction and the corruption of capitalism. It was then bought, rebranded, and it was marketed as aspirational. If Monopoly never made sense to you, like it didn't make sense to me, why am I going to jail? Why do I have to buy all of this real estate? And it goes on and on and on. On and on and on and on. Monopoly never ends. That's it. You're trapped. And it's rigged. I hated the game Monopoly when I was a child. So we will not be playing that shit over here at 925 East 163rd Street. But we can play some Candyland if y'all want. We can play some Hungry Hungry Hippo. We could play some Sorry. And there will be dancing. There will be unrepentant, unapologetic dancing. So, come engage in some mutual aid bars on Saturday, 8 p.m., 925 East 163rd Street at the Alice Fields Community Center for Black women, girls, and marginalized genders. Where I will have Cardamom and Time Social Justice Cafe open, and you can get a accessible soul food meal where my sangria will be plentiful. You could buy it by the jar, and everybody that pays for a ticket gets a drink ticket. And if you VIP, we got some swag for you. We got some swag. You're going to swag and surf. We might even swag surf. Who the fuck knows? It all depends on how we feeling. We moving with the people. Like Bruce Lee said, be like water. So I'm excited. Are you excited? Yeah. So we have hit our time. We've had a time, have we not? Have we not had a time? We've had a time. We have had a time. Yes, we have. Child, where did I go? Oh no. I'm still learning, y'all. Don't kill me. I'm still learning. I'm trying to get rid of this picture, but it won't go away. It won't go away. I don't know. Listen, y'all. I'm still figuring it out. Thank y'all here for being here through all the kinks. Tell a friend, tell a friend. You know, I'll be out here fighting for my life against the algorithm. I am a very handsome woman. I must say that. Like, I'm a gorgeous woman, but if I was a man, I'd be a fine ass man too. And because I like to play up and down gender expression, even when I'm being feminine, I like to bring a little masculinity. I gotta tell you, baby. Yes. Feeding the people, freeing the people. Come on, Tammy. Tammy gonna be in the house too. Author Tamala J. Gordon. She will be doing some tarot readings throughout the night while also running her very amazing, beautiful, gorgeous, luscious ass in and out of the kitchen helping me. Tamala has been a motherfucking lifesaver. Can I tell you that? Tammy has been a whole motherfucking lifesaver. Tammy is not only an esteemed writer, okay, and former food service professional, a current food service professional now because she's been fucking around with me, a tarot reader, a cultural critic, a thought leader. She is also the sister to my loctician. So I'm always joking about how the Gordons have changed my life. The Gordons have changed my life. So we're going to be out here feeding the people, freeing the people. Okay? On this Saturday, which is Valentine's Day, the day of love. If you don't have plans yet, you got some plans now. Tickets are tiered. And I do have a couple tickets that people bought on behalf of other folks. So if you want to come out and you don't have a ticket, and right now, really all you can offer is well wishes and your energy. Listen, we are co-creating. We are building energy. There is something about that. That's why us being together is important. Don't feel bad. Hit me up. Jump in the DMs. I got about 2 or 3 tickets, I think, that other folks have bought for community members. And your ticket includes a meal, it includes a drink ticket, and I'm gonna have a funky good time. I'm gonna have a funky good time. I'm about to take you higher. Ha ha! We're gonna have a funky good time. Hey, we're gonna have a funky good time. I'm about to take you higher. That's a little James Brown for you, okay? Teaching the baby something. If you don't know Jimmy James Brown, you got to get up on the Godfather of Soul, baby. James Brown used to throw down. James Brown was a thug. James Brown used to go into places and shoot up the competition. James Brown was a wild boy. And unrepentantly black. Black man who just love white women. So, in any event, Buettes and Boos, Saints and Sinners, that's my time. I got to get back to work. It's 9:30 because this event is on Saturday. I'm still at the office. I'm about to shut down the studio and I'm about to go back into my office and do some work. I will rest. My baby, my boo is going to be there because this is where I'm gonna be on Valentine's Day, and so they're gonna be with me. And then we have a day of rest and ease, and that's our celebration on the day after, which coincidentally will be their last day in town. I'm trying not to cry because they've been here for a whole month, and I really love this person. I love them a lot, and having them physically close for a month. Y'all know I'm so sensitive. I'm so sensitive. I am a crybaby. I am a lover girl. And not having my person here, having them gone, leaving in a couple days is making me very emotional. And I have not really sat with the fact that I'm now not going to see them for weeks again. So, y'all, I'm so much drama. It's really beautiful to be in love in this time right now. If y'all can get a hold of some love, get a hold of some love. It's the one thing that's keeping me moored and keeping me grounded. Is really rough right now. Emotionally. If you are not dysregulated by everything that is happening around us, you might be a psychopath. Um, but in any event, I say all that to say, don't tell me to rest. I got rest on the horizon. I'm looking forward to my rest. I will rest. I do not think that rest is resistance. I think rest is rest. Okay. And I look forward to not resisting and leaning into rest after the 14th. But until then, mama gotta go hard in the paint. You know what I mean? So, Buettes and Booze, Saints and Sinners, I've enjoyed my 85 minutes with you. I am going to get back to work. If you have any questions, any comments, grab a ticket. If you can't join us, buy a ticket for someone else or donate. Um, I love you all, and I do mean that. I mean that quite honestly. I love you, unless you don't love me, and then I don't love you either. The fuck? Because I'm not one of those people who love people who don't love me. I don't do that anymore. Anyways, until next time, Buettes and Booze. Ciao.